welcome everybody back once again to the Level Unlock podcast, the 97th episode.
Yep.
Level 97. Today will be a little bit... Yeah, I know. It's crazy to think about. We're almost to that magical 100.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we are. Today's podcast will be a little different, as basically we have the whole show to do on the Game Awards that happened on last Thursday. Got some tons of releases, a bunch of awards, and we have a whole podcast essentially dedicated to that.
Think of it as our Gamescom / E3 specials.
Exactly. Yeah. Unfortunately, we didn't have many of those this year because of everything going on. So this is a little bit of like a making up for it, essentially. So, and then later in the week, just keep an eye out for episode 98. That we will go over essentially more news outside of the Game Awards. Obviously, there might be some updates and stuff like that, a little more clarification, things along those lines, as well as we had Disney's conference.
Yep.
Where they went over all of their stuff releasing, things along those lines. So we got a bunch of movie and TV show news as well coming at you. Big week.
Which, I mean,
before we get started,
in all reality, we probably could do a regular podcast just on the Disney announcements.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, there was a ton. There was a ton. So keep an eye out for that this week. We'll be at it again. 2 podcasts 1 week here for you. Before we dive in, we had instead of going into our actual what have we been doing this week. James, you actually played a specific game. Do you want to give us a quick sneak peek of your thoughts? And we'll go in more detail later in the week. But what's your quick thoughts on Cyberpunk 2077, the game that took 8 years to make?
Yeah, so I can't wait for when we do the regular podcast so me and Mark can talk about this at length. It sure is a video game. It sure is a game that feels like it was rushed, even though it took 8 years to make. And, yeah, I'll go into more in depth about it.
That's all I got to say about that. So, yeah, I've heard some things, but yeah, make sure you check out this week's second podcast.
Go onto Twitter. You'll find a bunch of stuff. Go onto Twitter and search up Cyberpunk. I'm sure you'll find a lot of things on it.
100%. Yeah, make sure you're there for the second podcast of the week because we have Cyberpunk as well. We got a lot of commentary on that game. We got a bunch of people playing it, so it'll make for a good review.
Yep.
So that'll be nice.
It might be
as always.
It might be. I'm in talks with some other people that are playing it and doing what we did with Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if either after we beat it or before that, we just talk about it put it on the Patreon at length.
Oh, hell yeah. That'd be awesome. Yeah, 100%. Speaking of the Patreon, as always, if you'd like to join, you can at the patreon.com/levelunlockpodcast. And then if you want to join us at all the social medias, just find us at Level Unlocked Podcast. But anyways, let's dive into some Game Awards.
Yes, let's. So Walker, you really have the notes on this, so like the beat by beat stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess you take the lead and I'll provide color.
Okay.
Color commentary.
So we started off the very first pre-show, I guess, is what you would call it. And we had some awards right off the bat. It was the best score. And the best score, for those who don't know what score is, too, it's just the music. It's what they call the ensemble, so basically like Star Wars. Yeah. Star Wars is essentially won the best score anytime it's ever in the theaters. But the best score went to Final Fantasy VII Remake, which it should have. If it went to any other game, that'd have been crazy disappointing.
Well, we're gonna hear that a lot.
Yes, yeah, that is very true.
Well, I guess we should go over the nominees too.
Do you have them?
I'll pull up the Game Awards website.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have the nominees. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. I was thinking about that too, and I was like, yeah, we should probably actually just go over the nominees for it.
I know we
That's,
talked about it. I know we talked about it a few weeks ago, but
yeah,
still, it'd be good as like a little refresher.
yeah, of course.
All right, let's see the categories. What did you have? It was best score.
It was best score.
I'm looking for it.
I found an article. I think they might have it backwards. Oh, that's weird.
What do you mean?
Like I'm looking for. I found an article with all the nominees, but it doesn't list. Oh, that's not the pre-show. That's why.
Best
Never
score
mind.
in music. There we go. All right, so we had Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Hades, Ori Will of the Wisp, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Nice. And of course, and the winner went to Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Spoiler alert, we're going to see a lot of these on a lot of the other
Yeah.
awards.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of the same names. A lot. But at the end of the day, if you think about it, there's not really truly that many big names that came out this year. There is, but not like a diverse group that most people have. So
Nothing really came out that was like, there wasn't a whole lot of like huge bangers that came out, not like in 2015
Yep.
where the entire year was front loaded like crazy.
After that, they went into Devolver Digital came out. Devolver Digital's Game of the Year. It was, and obviously, if you ever watch Devolver, their press conferences and stuff, they're over the top.
Yeah, wasn't it
So-
the best Devolver Digital game of the year?
Yeah, it was the best of.
Which is pretty funny because, what was it? R.L. Stein tweeted out.
Yep.
He was like, the award for the third annual R.L. Stein Award goes to R.L. Stein. I am very thankful for the opportunity to be the best R.L. Stein again this year.
That's amazing. That's great. I love it. But yeah, there was they had a bunch of nominees out there, and then they announced Loop Hero, which wasn't even nominated, and it won the
Loop
Game of
Hero
the Year.
just won their game of the year.
And
Which-
then you had all
yeah.
the people's reaction, flicking the cameras off, and it was funny.
This doesn't have the pre-show on here.
Okay, that's why. So like any Devolver Digital game, most of them are kind of top-down shooters of sorts, and that's what I believe Loop Hero was. Yeah, it was like a puzzle game.
None of these fucking game websites have the pre-show at all. I feel like we're gonna be the only one that has the pre-show.
Probably. I just looked the game up individually. Yeah, Rogue Hero is a nifty rogue-like. Loop Hero is a rogue-like game where you strategically place enemies for your hero from your own
Yeah.
hand of cards. It was a card.
It seems like almost a whatchamacallit? It seems almost like a tower defense game.
Yeah, with cards.
Yeah.
And you have adventures geared heroes that die in an infinite loop that you will need to break out of. Deck building a bit is somewhat makes the game personal and interesting as one of the reviews.
Yeah, I guess it was
That's
originally on itch.io.
Yeah. What was? I didn't write down the name of the next game. All I said was the next game was a Mario Odyssey type game where you become whatever you pick. In the trailer, you become a crab.
Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Let me see if I can pull it up here because I don't remember for the life of me what the hell that game was called. But essentially, it was literally just like a Mario Odyssey concept where you would pick you would pick an object, and that object is what you became.
Yeah.
Let's see here, because it is. Yep, because there's the Devolver Digital one.
Here we go. I'm just gonna. Oh no, wrong way, wrong thing.
Okay, I have it up now.
Yeah,
I'm finding it.
I'm pulling it up too.
Um, so it's like it's a very animation type game. Um, graphics, I feel will be similar to kind of Ori-esque. Um, a little bit, not quite. Uh, but essentially, you can click on an object, you become like a bird, you become a coconut, you become a crab.
Yeah.
You're a child, and then your child has special abilities. We talked about how this was what Sora, Riku, and Kairi wanted their island to be off of Kingdom Hearts, because you're essentially on an island with a child with special abilities.
Oh my god, it's so hard.
Oh, that's what it was. It was TCHIA.
Oh yeah.
How do you say that? TCHIA.
Chadia. Chaya. I don't know.
Chaya. Something like that. Yeah. So that was the next game. After that, we had an award for best action adventure game.
Yeah, and the nominees. Oh, fuck, god damn it! I have the video up for what we're posting on the Patreon, and
okay.
Man, their Windows Movie Player in Windows 10 is fucking atrocious. It just doesn't.
Yeah, it's awful.
What did you say it was?
Best action adventure.
Action adventure. Okay, the nominees. The nominees were Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Ghost of Tsushima, Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ori and the Will of the Wisp, Jedi Fallen Order, which I keep forgetting came out this year.
Yeah, I thought it came out last year.
It feels like it came out like an eternity ago.
It does.
And The Last of Us Part 2.
And the winner goes to
The Last of Us Part 2. You're going to be hearing that a lot.
Might be a theme here.
I think, what was it? The best sound direction. Best score. I think that was the only one that The Last of Us Part 2 was nominated for that didn't win.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately.
Yep. Yep.
So the next one, I put a hi, Connie, as this person came up and said, "Hi, I'm Connie."
Hi, Connie.
I was like, "Oh, okay." Sea of Solitude is coming to the Switch.
Yeah, Sea of Solitude was a game that I've kind of had my eyes on for a little bit. It is kind of like I don't even know how to even describe it. I just remember seeing it and was impressed by it. It was on, I think it's on Game Pass, so I might check it out. But yeah, it's basically kind of think of you're like this person and you're going around the world that's completely flooded.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. And it's a full version. It's not a port too. They were talking about that.
Yeah, it's completely made for the Switch, and that's it.
Yeah, because they were saying how a lot of times games are just ported over and they're not good or they're not optimized properly. Yeah. It's a good game. I got some Limbo / Ori vibes, and it comes out March 4th. The next one was Shady Part of Me.
Yeah, which is a game. It looks like it's a puzzle platformer where you control like the shadow of this little girl.
Yep.
At times.
Yeah.
I cannot remember for the life of me. I think we were talking about it during the actual show. We talked about it a little bit. There was a game on PlayStation that was very similar to it.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was now, but essentially you play as your character, and your shadow follows along with you, but like an obstacle gets in the way, and you have to move it. So then you switch over to your shadow, and your shadow basically either beats the bad guy or beats the object that's in the way, and then you keep going.
Yeah.
Basically, you tag team with your shadow.
Yeah, I really like the kind of almost gothic storybook art style
Yeah,
to it.
exactly.
I think it's a
Yeah, that was
very,
pretty
very
cool.
cool looking style for a game.
Oh yeah, 100%. So that was pretty cool. Uh,
Oh, and it's available now too.
oh yeah, I forgot it is available now as well. And the next award was for best family game.
Yep. Family. Okay, the best family games. We have Animal Crossing New Horizon, Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, Minecraft Dungeons, and Paper Mario The Origami King. And the
And the
winner,
winner is
Animal Crossing New Horizons.
yeah,
Didn't surprise me at all.
that was a good one. And then the next one was the best community support. Basically, which game did the community band together to overdo?
Well, it was
Not
more of a
overdo, but make popular.
no. I think that's more of like community managers and being transparent to being sweet. They don't even have it on their fucking website. That's neat. Um, best community support. Basically, what it is you have the how transparent the whatchamacallit is.
Like the developers and everything
Yeah,
like that, and it makes sense. I have it if you don't have it.
I have it. I'm
Okay.
watching the video right now. All
Okay, I
right,
got
so
you.
we have Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, and Valorant.
And the winner goes to, or the award goes to, I should not say the winner.
Yeah, the award goes to Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout.
Nice. Which that game was huge. It deserves it, so.
Good on them.
The next award uh, immediately goes off the chains. They got 3 in a row here, so which is awesome. Best debut game.
Excuse me?
I don't know. I just fucking.
No, sorry. Fucking the Windows thing is just being shit. It just doesn't work. So the award. Oh my god! Best debut game. We have Carrion, Mortal Shell, Phasmophobia, Raji, an ancient epic, and Roki. And the winner was
the award goes to
Phasmophobia.
Nice. I've watched people play it. Never played it personally, but it does look fun.
I own it.
So.
And I still haven't played it.
Yeah, you will. There's a new update coming out too. The next game, essentially, it opens up with a picture of the Oculus, and you're kind of going around like some boats and a book and everything like that, just kind of exploring what looks to be like a nice scenery. And it is the trailer for the VR Myst game.
Yeah. For those who don't know, Myst was a very popular first-person, well, I wouldn't even say first-person, but 3D puzzle game, puzzle adventure, and really popular, spawned many sequels. Yeah, it's coming. It's available right now for the Oculus platform.
Nice. Next, they had a band play, which I don't remember what they were going to call it. I didn't write it down.
Yeah, it was the London Philharmonics, I do believe. No,
Okay.
this was the Persona 5
Oh, yeah, you're right.
band crew playing Last Surprise.
After that, they had a new trailer for the new Nier. Well, I don't know if it's new, but
Well, it's a remake.
remake of Square's Nier. The actual title.
Oh God, let me look it up. Near replicant.
Fucking long name.
All right, it is Near Replicant version 1.22474487139.
That's crazy.
It is a remake of the game Nier, back in on like the PS3 and 360. This is actually the Japanese PS3 edition because you play as a young Nier looking for his little sister. And yeah, it's good to see that the game is actually going to be playable now and not
It
just
hard
mods.
looks like Final Fantasy 15.
It
Like it
looks
was.
it looks more like Nier Automata. It
Okay,
uses the
yeah.
same combat system as Automata, where it's so Nier is weird. Nier is very weird. It is a third-person action RPG with bullet hell segments, side-scrolling shooter segments, side-scrolling platform segments, and a fucking text-based adventure.
Shit. Okay, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild. What do you know the reason for all the numbers on the version?
Oh, I'm sure Yoko Taro has a reason for it.
I was just like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Uh,
he is an absolute insane madman.
I got you.
So it probably serves a purpose, but he's the only one that knows.
Do you want? We completely forgot to do world premiere for everything.
Oh
The
yeah,
next one,
from here on out we'll do world premiere. Oh, also that
yeah,
comes out April 23rd of next year.
nice. Next we have another. Go
Wait,
ahead, James.
oh, world premiere.
Of a band.
Band.
It was fucking weird.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
actually saw this on Twitter earlier today. So it is for you can't really like scroll through the time on Windows Movie Maker or Windows Movies and TV, sorry. For it's called We Are OFK.
Yeah.
So it's about a band. It's a game that's coming out in 2021, spring of 2021, on I think Steam. And yeah, it's about a band. That's really all I know about it.
Yeah, it's if you've ever seen like the Gorillas or Linkin Park's Breaking the Habit music video, it's it's animated as hell. So that's kind of what I got out of it.
It has almost
Music
like
song wasn't bad.
no, it has almost like a early PlayStation 1
Oh yeah,
graphic style and art style to it, where it's very blocky, but you can make out, that they're people. Think of like Final Fantasy. No, not even Final Fantasy 8, because that's a little bit more nicer looking. Think of like Resident Evil, the original,
mm,
where it's
yeah, that's
very
true.
very rough around the edges.
Yeah, very
Look,
square
yeah.
people. Uh, the next 6 awards is all about esports. To start off with the last one, they actually had Stephen A. Smith from First Take come on and announce a partnership that they're doing with ESPN Esports which is cool. So, which means I'm assuming you'll start seeing competitions on ESPN now.
Yeah.
Because if you remember at the beginning of Dave, there was nothing to be on TV, to put on TV. So they actually had gaming competitions on TV.
Oh yeah, and ESPN always does things like they always have, I do believe, some Overwatch League coverage and League of Legends, kind of like the major esports.
So the first one, do you have all the esports ones?
Yep, I got them all up.
Okay. So the first one was best esports game.
That's best debut game. Best esports game. Okay, so we have Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Fortnite, League of Legends, and Valorant. The award goes to League of Legends.
Nice. The next one was best esports coach. And to be straightforward, neither one of us kind of know about any of this stuff, but we're gonna say it just because it was part of the show.
Yep. We have the nominees were Danny Zonic Sorensen, Daihe Krusty Park, Fabian Grabs Loman, Lee Zepha Jaimin, and Raymond Rambo Lussier. And the winner is Danny Zodiac Sorensen.
Nice. The best esports event.
Best esports event, we have the Blast Premier Spring 2020 European Finals. That was for Counter-Strike Go. The Call of Duty League Championship 2020. IEM Koutweiss 2020, which is for CSGO. League of Legends World Championship 2020. And the Overwatch League Grand Finals 2020. The winner is League of Legends World Championship 2020. I think every single year they've won. If I'm not
I think
mistaken.
so too. There's nothing else. I don't really like can overdo it. The best esports host.
Best esports host. We have Alex Golden Boy Mendez, Alex Machine Richardson,
Yeah, I'm looking at. I see the name you're talking about. Zoix or Sock, whatever it is. Shocks or something like that. Whatever his nickname is.
SJOKZ.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
And then we have James Dash Patterson and Joran Sheever Vanderheiden. And the winner is Shorks.
Shorks. The best esports team.
Best esports team. We have Damwon Gaming for League of Legends, Dallas Empire for Call of Duty, G2 Esports for League of Legends, San Francisco Shock for the Overwatch League, and Team Secret for Dota 2. And the winner is G2 Esports.
Nice. I think there was another one, but I didn't write it down because I didn't care.
Best Esports Athlete.
Oh, okay.
And then we have for Esports Athlete, Ian Crime6 Porter for Call of Duty, Heo Showmaker Sue for League of Legends, Kim Canyon Gonbu for League of Legends, Anthony Shotzi Cuevas Castro for Call of Duty, and Matthew Zaiwu Herbo for CSGO. And the winner is Heo Showmaker Sue.
And that was the end of the esports segments. The last trailer we have in the pre-show was Century Age of Actions. I think that's how you say it. Am I saying that right?
I think it was something like that. So it's dragons. Think of like Panzer Dragoon.
Oh, Ashes, not Actions. Century Age of Ashes. I just wrote it wrong.
Think of it as like a dogfighting game, but instead of like planes, you're riding dragons.
Yep, and you're shooting fireballs at each other.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, you're shooting fireballs at each other instead of missiles.
And you can sign up for I don't know now. Oh, world premiere, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can sign up for the beta now.
And then we have the real show. We have our boy,
Drip Keeley.
Yeah, Drip Keeley, showing off his amazing blue.
Yeah, his Jordans, his J's.
Yep. They were amazing. So this year, if we should have said at the beginning. So essentially, there's no audience. Everyone accepted the awards from home, and it was just him. A couple people showed up. Yeah. Couple people showed up for an interview, but no one actually was like really there. It went really well, I thought.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it went surprisingly well.
To start off the award show, we start off with a big old
world premiere
for the new Super Smash Bros. Character.
Yeah, this kind of took me by surprise. So I have it up right now. So basically, you just see the world of light, everyone getting dunked on. And then all of a sudden you see the big bad thing. I don't know. I didn't play much of World of Light. I fucking hated that mode. Just get cut in half with all the master hands, and then you see the big bad thing just get cut in half right down the center.
Yep.
And then what do you hear?
I'm trying to think of the music. Hey. Yep.
Yeah, it's your boy, the man who canonically requires 1 bottle of shampoo every time he showers, Sephiroth.
Exactly. It was fucking good. It got really dark, and all of a sudden you see Cloud look up, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like, I can never escape this guy, not even my stupid battles with friends.
Yeah, it was,
man.
talk about what happened with Mario really quick. My wife's calling me.
So, yeah, Sephiroth, for some reason,
What?
Nintendo really likes to kill Mario in these trailers. Just really likes to get off by them. So, it just shows, after showing a lot of like gameplay footage of how OP Sephiroth is, you just see Sephiroth stab Mario. Just straight up just boom, shove a sword right through him. But only to find out it just missed him and only caught him by his overalls.
It looked wild though. All of a sudden you see whoosh, and it all went black and white and everything, and it was like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, so Mario's hanging by Sephiroth's sword while he's sword fighting Cloud.
Yep. But it was...
There's some, like, Nintendo, I don't know. Whoever does, like, the trailers, whoever cuts the trailers or what have you, really want to see Mario die. Because he got
100%.
stabbed by Ridley when Ridley was announced. He got blown up by a creeper. Now he gets fucking stabbed by Sephiroth.
The crazy thing is his sword is so fucking long.
Mm-hmm. But that's not all that we saw. Well, one, we saw fucking shirtless Sephiroth.
Yeah.
With his washboard abs.
Oh, yeah, it was phenomenal.
But then we also see something for Cloud.
Yeah. We, have you ever seen Advent Children? As
Yep.
a child or children?
Children, Advent Children.
Advent Children. So, we're all familiar with the Buster Sword. But in that, he has his, what the fuck's that sword called? It's not the Buster Sword.
No, it's,
hang on.
Yeah, I forget what it's
I
called.
don't know.
Because I didn't, I watched Advent Children, but I didn't really, I know all about Final Fantasy VII, even though never really beating it. But
I know what it is. I'm just fucking drawing a hard blank right now. It's the fusion sword.
There we go.
Yeah, it's his fusion sword where he has basically it breaks apart into
7
different swords. And so what they've added is the Omni Slash version 5, where it's that move. Essentially, he throws his sword in the air and it breaks apart, and all 7 swords just start fucking yeeting you.
Just Omni Slash you. To fuck all.
It was insane when he threw his sword up and that happened. So that was epic.
And then,
they're adding that to Cloud.
Yeah, and then also at the end of it, you saw Sephiroth transform into
his
one-winged angel. Isn't that like when he like merges with Genova?
Yeah, it's when he goes with his mom.
Yeah.
Genova, and he becomes that dude, the floating angel in the sky, where he then summons the meteor to basically destroy to
just one-shot
the world.
Team.
Yep.
To one-shot your team unless you're not ready.
Yep.
Yeah, so maybe that will be either his final smash, or maybe it will be a new final boss for Cloud's arcade mode or adventure mode, whatever the hell they call it.
Yes, that'll be fucking cool. Yeah. And it's slated to come out this month.
Yep, December.
So Yeah,
So
that's
we only have two more characters for Smash Pack 2. For Fighter Pack 2.
we ever get to Kingdom Hearts.
Never.
Well, I guess if we ever got Kingdom Hearts, it would literally just be Sora, because I don't
Yeah.
think Disney.
Yeah, it would just be Sora, but I can imagine like Riku would be a Echo fighter.
Yeah, that's true. So after that, we shift to another award. Uh, Best Performance.
Yeah, let me up. Best performance. Why is it so hard to find any goddamn thing on their fucking website? Man. Let me tell you, there's a search function for nominees on the Game Awards website.
It's trash.
It doesn't really work.
I sent you a link to the Wikipedia website. It has them all there too.
It's fine. I got it up here.
Okay.
I'll suffer. Best performance. This is awarded to an individual for voice acting, motion, and or performance capture. We have Ashley Johnson as Ellie from Last of Us 2, Laura Bailey as Abby from Last of Us Part 2, Daisuke Sujin as Jin Sakai from Ghost of Tsushima, Logan Cunningham as Hades from Hades, and Najit Jeter as Miles Morales from Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales. Let me just say real quick,
Yeah.
4 of the 5 nominees are PlayStation exclusives.
It's fucking funny as hell. Microsoft honestly didn't do anything this year.
Yeah, nah. They
Their
really
one big piece was Grounded, which didn't really take off, I don't think, the way they expected it to,
Not
and
at
then
all.
Halo, which got delayed.
Yep. And the winner is Laura Bailey as Abby from The Last of Us Part 2.
Number two award.
Number 2.
So we immediately jump into some bangers with 2 new. What, James?
World premiere.
Exactly. So you start off in space, and it zooms down into what looks to be like almost like a Mexican type village, things along those lines.
Yeah, like a favela almost.
Yeah. It was zooming in on people's faces like through a drone, which kind of reminded me of Watch Dogs Legions.
Yeah. This one shocked the hell out of me.
Oh yeah.
By the way.
And you go up this tower. The people are talking. And like, yeah, I got it. I'll get this taken care of. And
yeah, and they mentioned like Dark.
Yep.
Agent Dark, and I'm like, the fuck.
Yep. They're like, I got this, Agent. Are you good, Agent Dark? She's like, yeah, I'm good. And it zooms in, and then the screen goes black.
There's
and then
a fucking tornado with lightning going around by some pyramids.
Yep. And we get the game. Perfect Dark.
Perfect Dark is coming back.
I knew the game, but I don't remember. I know I played it, but I don't remember what it's about.
All right, so it's about Agent Jonah Dark, I do believe. Super secret agent. Has to basically, it's a James Bond flick. It's basically a James Bond movie.
Okay.
But the last new Perfect Dark game to come out was Perfect Dark Zero, which was a launch title for the Xbox 360.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, I know. It's like, what the fuck console was this out on? I was like, I could have sworn Zero was involved. That makes sense.
Yeah. Perfect Dark Zero, which is the prequel of the series, came out on the Xbox 360 back in 2005.
Okay.
And then before that, you had Perfect Dark, which was on the N64 back in, I think, 98. 98 or 90.
Okay.
Or no, it could have been 2000. Which, in my opinion, is just a better version of a GoldenEye 007. Fight me on it. I will die on that hill.
I do remember that comparison. It was Perfect Dark and then 007. A lot of people was like, I like this game. No, I like that game.
A lot of people have nostalgia for not Perfect Dark, for 007, GoldenEye 007, but Rare refined the gameplay with Perfect Dark.
Gotcha. That makes sense. And then so we go that shocking world premiere to another huge.
World premiere.
So it starts off. We got some drips of blood on a map,
Drip, drip, drip. Around
and
Quebec City.
it's kind of going in, and you're zooming in, and people are like, "Okay, what are these?" They're little like worms
Yeah.
that essentially like affect your body, and then they mutate you. And we see a bunch of zombies,
Yeah.
good old Zamboozles and
Zombies.
Zambinis. And all of a sudden, we see 4 characters, and they're just fucking going to town on these zombies, just
Mowing them
shooting.
down.
Just fucking shooting them down. We got AK-47 shotguns. We have them all. And then we see other like really big fucking zombies with 4 arms, and we're like, this
You
looks
see a big beefy boy
yeah
that is a tank, if you will.
yeah. And then you have another one you shot, and it blows up almost like a boomer.
Yeah, and then
Which
you
is
have one that
weird.
just hops around with the 4 arms. It's kind of like the, the liquor, or not the liquor, the
Yep.
clicker.
And
no. I forget which one. Smoker. There we go.
the smoker. And then you have one with one giant ass arm by itself, almost like the
Looking like Tyrant from Resident Evil 1.
Yep. And so we're like, okay, this looks oddly familiar with oddly familiar characters, and it zooms out and it freezes, and we get Back for Blood.
Yes, we finally have a CG trailer for the Left 4 Dead
3.
game. And they actually had an interview with the one of the people doing an actual. I think it was this the gameplay demo?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
the next one. So they had the trailer, and then they had one of the creators come out, the original creators of Left 4 Dead, and basically saying they wanted to go bigger, they wanted to go better, and the only way to do that is to show off gameplay. So they go into an actual gameplay trailer. It's literally fucking Left 4 Dead, 1000%.
Yeah, it's honestly just Left 4 Dead. If you've ever played or seen Left 4 Dead, you've played or seen this game.
The graphics will probably look more like World War Z.
It's a lot
Because-
nicer looking.
Yeah.
The lighting is a little better in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But
So,
that's
yeah,
just,
you got-
that's just next gen,
Yeah,
That's-
that's just the next gen stuff compared. Because what Left 4 Dead 2 is what, PlayStation 2?
No,
3?
3.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
it came
still
out
it's
in 3.
years
It was
old
like
though.
7 or 8, 2007 or 8.
Okay,
It's still
It's
over 10 years
old
old.
as shit. Yeah, it's still an old ass game. So this is not created by Valve though, correct?
No,
This is
this
not
isn't.
a Valve
this
game.
is by a bunch of the team that worked on Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, the original team. And then Valve essentially isn't making a Left 4 Dead game, so they're just like, fuck it, kind of do it ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially they go into the actual gameplay, and the biggest difference between Left 4 Dead and this is Turtle Rock Studios is who's making this.
Yeah,
Um,
one of the teams
just-
there.
yeah, it's basically just a giant ass indie game, which hopefully will be huge.
Well, Turtle Rock's
but,
pretty big.
Yeah, that's true. So essentially, you have a giant ass earthquake, and this huge ass fucking zombie. Not even a zombie. I don't know what you even call it. Like the thing that comes out of the ground. I don't even know what it'd be.
It was like a giant, like 10-foot tall, or like 10-foot tall, like zombie.
Yeah, like a mutated creature that just was basically punching cars out of the way to get to you.
Think of
And
a tank, but bigger.
exactly. You probably won't be able to do it now. The trailer ended after that, and June 21st, 2021. So next year. That's
Mhm.
7 months away. Big question for this game, though. Will it get delayed?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
I hope to God not. It is co-op 4-player, online, so you can play with your friends online just like you do now on Left 4 Dead. And I don't think you can do it anymore, but if you went to backforblood.com, you could sign up for the alpha. The closed alpha begins in 5 days, 4 days.
Let me see.
I went to the website and it still says you can register. It is on a first come, first basis. All you have to do is put your email in, and then if you get chosen, they'll send you a code, and then it unlocks the alpha for Back for Blood. So I did it. Did you do it, James?
I'm doing that right now, actually.
Word. Yeah, just backforblood.com, the number 4. So it'll be cool. I was super pumped for that. I'm a huge Left 4 Dead fan. Always have been. And finally got a little something to scratch that itch. Now the question is, does Valve come out and, because they have the rights to Left 4 Dead, just do their own thing?
Oh, probably not.
Yeah, it's true. They probably honestly don't care enough.
Nah. They're too busy making money off of Steam or, the Valve Index.
Yeah, that's true.
The only thing I could see is like a official like VR support for like Left 4 Dead or something like that.
Can Valve sue them for using like any of that, like the 4 and no? Okay,
they can't.
That's good.
What are they gonna do? Sue them for a number?
Well, because people are like, oh, your text looks awfully like my text for my video game.
Hey man,
people are stupid like that.
They all buy it from a place.
That's true. The next 2 games were Battle Royals, Scavengers,
which is like it reminds me of Lost Planet, if you remember that game.
Yeah,
where it's all in like a winter planet, and it's what PvPvE.
Yep. Yeah, so you have giant mutated monsters running around that can kill you, but at the same time, you have a battle royal you have to win in. So you have to look out for both. Yeah. It's almost like, I would say, when Fortnite did their like zombie mode of sorts, where they had creatures that spawned in, where you had to kill on top of trying to kill the people in the actual game. That's available now for the beta. On the closed beta, you have to go to playscavengers.com to access it. But I think it's through Steam ultimately.
I do believe so too. Yeah. Actually signing up for that right now too. So
the next one. Give me a second, I blow my.
Yeah, the next game. Let me just fast forward a bit. They showed off more of that.
Disconnect my headset.
Hood, Outlaws and Legends.
Yeah, the heist game.
Yeah,
it's not a battle royale. Never mind, it's not a battle royale.
Yeah, it's not a battle royale, but it's a interesting little game.
Yeah, it's a multiplayer heist. Essentially, you have to infiltrate and assassinate your targets, but you have to plan out like every aspect of the heist with your friends.
Yeah,
which is kind of cool. Basically, you take I think it's like you have to take the not Call of Duty, the Grand Theft Auto heist, but put it in medieval times, and with like Assassin's Creed type combat.
Kinda, yeah. It reminds me a little bit more of like For Honor.
Okay, yeah, that's what I remember you saying that. You're right.
Yeah, more like For Honor for it. Okay. I got the Steam key for Scavengers.
Oh, nice. I'll have to download to do that too. And that comes out early access May 7th.
Yep.
Which is pretty cool.
Then next they had a really weird thing for Nintendo Indies.
Yeah, I didn't write that down. I seen that piece, but I didn't write anything down for that.
Yeah, that's it. It's just an ad for, hey, there's a bunch of indie games on we have a bunch of indie games on our stuff.
Oh, okay.
Our system.
Yeah, I didn't write anything down for that. I've seen that now. I'm playing the trailer. And then from there
we have Instagram.
they go. Yeah, they go to Instagram where they basically show you have different skins.
Yeah.
Um, and then they went to not a world premiere, but uh, Forza Horizon 4.
Yeah. Forza
They had the.
Horizon. Oh,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, you go.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Forza Horizon 4 is getting the car from whatchamacallit, from Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I wonder.
Hey.
It's a weird collaboration because Forza's Xbox game, but whatever though. Well, I guess technically Cyberpunk was announced during Microsoft's conference,
And
wasn't
they
it?
don't really care. I mean, as long as, they just get the money.
Yeah, that's
That's
true.
all that matters.
I just choked on spit. How that hurt.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know what the fuck just happened. I went to go talk and like gagged on. Jesus. From there, we went to best ongoing game.
Yes. Best ongoing game. This is for awarded for games with outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. So the best ongoing game is Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Call of Duty Warzone, Fortnite, and No Man's Sky.
And
The winner is No Man's Sky.
I was super shocked about that, but at the same time, they updated the game like crazy.
Yeah, I don't think there's a game that changed as much as No Man's Sky has in the past few years.
Because essentially they promised a ton of stuff, never released it, and then they updated it and released it.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of we almost have the game that we were promised back when it was released.
Yep.
Or announced.
So the next segment was a brand new
World premiere
of would honestly look. Go ahead.
It's the Callisto Protocol.
Yes. Didn't have much information on that though.
So it's by one of the guys that worked on the original Dead Space game.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a mixture of Dead Space and, if you remember, the Suffering Ties That Bind.
Yeah.
On the PS2, where it takes place. It looks like it takes place in like a prison, or at least part of it does. And there's these like monsters that invaded, and I don't know. You gotta like survive.
Yeah, it was funny because James was like, "Well, you were like, this sounds like a huge Dead Space feel."
Yeah.
And then we go back to Jeff Keighley, and he was like, "That reminds me of Dead Space." Like shit. Okay. Yeah, there in the trailer, there's a dude that essentially gets his face sucked off by a mutated monster. And they go to the creators. It is the creators of Dead Space. They said that this is based off of one of Jupiter's moons. That is the name.
Yeah.
Callisto. And essentially, they are trying to make the scariest game ever made.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
So,
but yeah, no, I'm excited for it. It looks pretty promising. I do thoroughly enjoy Dead Space 1 and 2. I absolutely love both of those games.
I've never played them.
They're great. 1
they?
and 2 are fantastic.
I feel a lot of people like them.
2 is one of my favorite horror games of all time.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people very excited for those games.
Oh yeah.
Who actually love playing them.
Just a damn shame that the company got closed down by EA.
Yeah, of course. The next one was another
world premiere.
Warhammer 4000.
40K.
40,000. Yeah, 40K. Dark Tide.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I have.
So it's kind of like a sequel / spiritual successor, similar gameplay type to Vermintide. I don't know much about the Warhammer lore, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that'd be Schroeder's. I know he loves the Warhammer games.
Yeah. So it looks like it's 4-player, like co-op, looter shooter kind of deal with it. Yeah, that's pretty much all they really showed off that I can recognize. I don't know anything about Warhammer, so. But it's coming out on Steam and the Series X/S.
Yeah, it looked pretty cool.
No release date announced.
Then next up was Best Art Direction.
Yes. Best art direction. Best art direction. Best art direction. Cannot find it. That's weird.
Let me see.
Best art direction. There we go.
I
Okay.
found it. Okay.
Yep. So, best art direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievements in artistic design and animation. Oh, okay. Never mind. So, So the nominees were Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and The Last of Us Part 2.
Okay. And
The winner is Ghost of Tsushima.
this was
wrong.
only the second. Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like there's 2 awards that Last of Us 2 was
Nominated for and didn't win.
and didn't win. Yeah.
So we actually have a slew of awards coming up now. The next one was the Best Action Game.
Best action game. Looking for it. Best action. All right, best action game. We have, for the best game in the action genre, focused primarily in combat. We have Doom Eternal, Hades, Half-Life Alyx, Neo 2, and Streets of Rage 4.
And
The winner is Hades.
nice. Which I've never played that game, so I'm not really familiar with
I hear
it.
it's fantastic. I need to play it.
Nice.
It's one of the many games I need to play.
And the next award is the Best Sports Game.
Best sports / racing
Oh no,
game.
sorry. Before that, it was Best VR Game.
Oh, best VR / AR game. Let me go.
Yeah, that was next.
Let me have this fucking website load. Oh, god damn it. View categories. Best VR / AR. Let's go. So if I click on the Game Awards website, if I click back to all to like go to what I would say the entire list, the categories,
Yeah.
it takes like, it has to load up for a little bit. It has to do an animation and load up. But if I hit this little tab at the bottom that says view categories, fucking instantly loads.
Really?
That's neat. So, best VR / AR game for the best game experience playable in virtual or augmented reality, irrespective of platform. So, the nominees were Dreams, Half-Life Alyx, Marvel's Iron Man VR, Star Wars Squadrons, and The Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners. The winner is Half-Life Alyx.
Nice. And now it's the Best Sports.
Best sports / racing game for the best traditional and non-traditional sport and racing game. Your nominees were Dirt 5, F1 2020, FIFA 21, NBA 2K21, and Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
And
The winner is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2.
yeah, buddy.
As it should
Long
be.
time coming.
It's just the first 2 Tony Hawk games, just even better.
Remastered with amazing graphics. And now we have the most anticipated game.
Oh, hold on. I'm scrolling through because I really had to, like, fast forward. All right, most anticipated. This one was nominated on by, I do believe, Reddit.
Yeah, I think it was the people that voted this one.
So, the most anticipated games are Elden Ring, God of War sequel, Halo Infinite, Horizon Forbidden West, Resident Evil Village, and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. The winner is Elden Ring.
I was shocked. I expected it to be God of War. I don't remember what Elden Ring is.
Elden Ring is the new game from FromSoft. The people that made like Dark Souls and Demon Souls and Bloodborne.
Oh yeah, because it's a new RPG.
With well, they're all RPGs, but
Yeah,
this one
sure.
is the story's being worked on not only by Miyazaki but also George R.R. Martin.
Okay, that's what
So
it was.
it's never coming out.
It's just hilarious.
Yeah, it's never coming out. Although, I mean, honestly, I'm not surprised. Never mind. JK, I'm not surprised that one because it's Reddit.
Yeah, that's true.
It is Reddit.
Yeah.
So they love that shit. I personally am more excited for either God of War Ragnarok, the new God of War, or Breath of the Wild 2.
I thought you were gonna say Resident Evil: The Village 8. Sorry,
I'm nervous about it.
Roman numeral VILL with the letters AGE attached to it.
Yeah,
Which is not 8.
it's definitely not 8.
No, not at all.
No.
The next was a brand new
World premiere.
Murder. Well, I don't know if it's actually murder mystery, but I wrote murder mystery. It's called Open Roads.
Yeah. So it's like a road trip game about this
Yeah.
daughter and her mother going, I think, to see.
I think they said in the trailer, I believe they're trying to figure out what happened to their father.
I have no idea.
The girl's trying to figure out what happened to her father.
Yeah.
Let me let's do a quick part of it. Miss my grandma was
Yeah, I think it's about
looking
like
through her diary.
the grandmother, like, because she was I think, like robber or something like that. Something along those lines.
Yeah, she took her grandma's diary, and in the diary there was a story of somebody who she thought was her grandfather. Wasn't. It was about a burglary from a jewelry store, and the key was in the book. And then and there was a lost fortune that's left out there in the world, and her and her mom are going to go find it themselves.
Yeah. Yeah, so the big thing about this is that it is starring Kerry Russell and Caitlin Denver.
Yep.
Yeah.
All drawn.
Yeah, let's see. She's been in. She was Lindsay Ferris in Mission Impossible 3.
Oh yeah.
Ellie in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. That's Kerry Russell. Caitlin Denver was Loretta McCready from Side and Jaden from Short Term 12.
Okay. Yeah, that was it looked interesting, but we'll see. There's no real information about it or release date.
Not yet.
The next one, not a world premiere, but it was just a trailer for the new Doom DLC.
Yep. Doom. Whatchamacallit? Doom Gods.
Ancient God. Yeah. Not quite sure really.
Yeah, it's
what it's about. Other than
just more.
I'm assuming you just have some fucking big ass creatures to kill.
Yep.
Give me 30 seconds here. I don't know if you have what's up next, Disco Elysium piece. If you want to talk about that really quick.
Yeah, I will. So before that, we actually had a Whooper Watch. So they did a thing with Pokemon Go, and yeah, I guess there was a bunch of Whoopers roaming around at certain parts during the Game Awards. Next up, we have Disco Elysium, the final cut, and it is going to feature just more of everything. It's going to feature some things like, I do believe they said, new, fully voice acted, new quest. New quests. Yeah, pretty much that. So, and that's going to be coming to... Oh, and there's a collector's edition also coming now from I Am 8-Bit. And that will be coming March 2021 for PS5, PS4, Steam, Good Old Games, App Store, Apple App Store, Epic Games Store, and Google Stadia. And if you already own a copy of it on any of those platforms, you get the upgrade for free. So, Disco Elysium is supposed to be really good. I haven't played it yet, but yeah, again, it's just another one of those many, many games that I need to need to get to. Up next, we have another world, wait for it, premiere. And this one is basically just a little teaser, a little taste of what's new to come from Dragon Age. So the new Dragon Age game, they announced, they said that they were working on it, I think at the EA event last year or 2 years ago, that it was in development. It was pretty early in development. But we have a CG trailer now. And yeah, it's Dragon Age. That's what it looks like. Neato. We'll see if it comes out. We'll see if EA doesn't close down BioWare before then. Then next we have... is this a world premiere? Can't tell. Yeah. World premiere. For a game from Amplitude and Sega. It is a... what game is it? Nope. Back up. Endless Dungeon. Endless Dungeon is coming... Doesn't have a release date, it doesn't look like. But it's coming out on fucking everything. It looks like a twin-stick shooter. Yeah, it's coming out for Series X and S, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, Nintendo Switch, Steam. Yeah, it's a twin-stick shooter that uses procedurally generated rooms in this dungeon. And it looks like up to 2 of your friends can go around and try to get to the end. So it's like a roguelike, but multiplayer. And a twin-stick shooter, which is pretty cool, if you ask me. Next, we have another world premiere for Crimson Desert, the new game from Pearl Abyss, which is the company that makes Black Desert Online. This is their single-player action-adventure game. I don't know if it's going to take place in the... It looks like it takes place in the Black Desert universe. I could be wrong, though. But it looks... The combat looks a lot like the MMO Black Desert Online. So it looks pretty good. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to say about it, to be honest with you. Traditional action RPG, nothing too fancy about it. It is got some pretty cool combo moves about it, which I really like. It kind of spices up the combat a little bit. But yeah, Black Desert Online single player game, and it looks like you can fucking RKO people. So like, how can you go wrong with that? Yeah, get all the latest news.
Trying back.
Okay.
My food finally showed up, so I was getting that side. Oh, where'd we leave off?
We just finished up with Crimson Desert, the single-player RPG from Pearl Abyss.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the 2021.
Yeah.
Then we come to another award for the best narrative. And from here on out, you're going to see a pretty common
theme.
Yeah.
So, best narrative is outstanding storytelling and narrative development in a game. We have the nominees are 13 Sentinels, Aegis Rim, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, and The Last of Us Part 2. And the winner is The Last of Us Part 2. You're going to be seeing that a lot here.
And then from there, we have the Swedish Chef.
Oh, yeah, one of the best segments of the show.
Yep. Come up on screen. Straight talking his talk. Exactly. And the guy's like, I don't know what you're saying. And from there, we go to an update of Overcooked 2.
Yeah.
But with the Swedish Chef.
Yep. Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah. It's yeah. I mean, I like it.
I was. We definitely had to play it again.
Oh yeah, especially once that comes out, the Swedish Chef. I want to play as my boy.
From there, I don't know if this is a world premiere or not. But it was an update for Warframe.
Well,
you want to talk about that really quick?
Next, we had a little thing showing off from Nintendo, showing off the Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, saying
you're
coming
right.
soon to the Switch. Yeah.
I didn't write that down.
Yeah, this isn't I don't think a world premiere, but there's going to be a new update for Warframe that is going to feature weapons from Unreal Tournament in it.
So that'd be pretty cool.
And I think that's an Epic Game Store exclusive too.
Oh, okay, so if you have it on PlayStation, you won't get them?
Correct.
That makes sense. From there, we have, I don't know, it might have been a world premiere. I don't think so.
No,
it wasn't. Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War, Season 1 is coming at you. I believe on the 16th?
Sure.
Something like that. They're bringing back the close quarters map where you're at the asylum. If you recall from Black Ops 4, where it was the Battle Royale mode, but you actually kept responding up to, I think your team got like 5 respawns or something.
Yeah.
A very close quarters game, and then the map still shrunk, but shrunk in a way that it was very fast paced. That's coming back. That's coming back, and it's going to be in Season 1.
Boy,
as well as a bunch of other updates.
Download it.
Yeah, I know. You have no room. I don't know if you have to have Warzone for that. I don't think you would have to.
Probably not.
You didn't have to for Black Ops.
As long as it's Black Ops Warzone wasn't out when Black Ops came out.
Oh yeah, Black Ops had its own.
Yeah, Blackout.
Yes, that's true. I forgot about that.
Which I personally like better, but that's just me.
I did too. I really did. I thought
it's just a traditional battle royale.
Exactly. It wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah, it does what it does well. It knows what it does well, and it just did it, but in a bigger form.
Yeah, and then unfortunately with Warzone, you have kill streaks. Fucking you can get different layouts.
Yeah. Fucking stupid gimmicks.
It's a lot. From there, we went to another award for the best game for Impact.
What was it that, or was it Seasons next? No, I don't think that was yet. Because we had
I must have skipped the huge.
Yeah, we had the Super Mario. Yeah, we had the Super Mario orchestra from the.
You're right.
The London London orchestra.
Yeah, where they played all the different Mario. I stepped away for this.
Yeah, me too. I stepped away too for this and the next trailer. Actually.
Yeah. So I completely forgot about that. Yeah, they played all of the songs from all the generations of Mario.
From just 64 to 64. Was it? Wait. Which ones was it? It was.
I thought it was all of them.
No, because it was only 4. Because people were shitting on it because it didn't feature anything from. It was 64. The original 64, Galaxy, and Odyssey. Because a lot of people were shitting on it because it didn't have anything from Super Mario Sunshine.
Okay, yeah, I do see that there's a Mario trailer here.
Yeah.
I have no idea what that is about.
Then next we have a world premiere.
Yes.
For the game Seasons. I
didn't see that.
Again, I was also stepped away for this, so I honestly don't know anything about it.
I'm looking at it now.
Let me
Starts off looking like a Call of Duty type game. You're wearing a gas mask.
Yeah, let me take a look here.
It's because I'm actually watching the Call of Duty trailer. That's why it looks like Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That would make sense. Fucking A. We got some anime.
It's
Looks like
so
Ori.
goddamn hard to find. When you name your game seasons, it's so hard to find on the internet. Or
The
sorry,
dude's
season.
walking. Basically, essentially, this trailer, he's riding his bike through all the different seasons, riding his bike through a wilderness.
Yeah, it looks like okay. So it's
It's
a
all
according to,
hand drawn.
yeah, according to IGN, is a gorgeous new action adventure or gorgeous new adventure game from PS5 and PC. It's a third-person atmospheric bicycle road trip game where you play as a young woman exploring the world for the first time after previously living in a secluded village.
That's pretty cool.
Players will record, quote, the last moments of different cultures before they were washed away by a cataclysmic event. You are not able to change but bear witness to it, to make recordings and attempt to understand what is being lost before it's gone, creative director Kevin Sullivan wrote on the PlayStation blog. Sullivan likened the overall mission to, quote, making a time capsule, deciding what would capture the spirit of that time period and carry it onwards, end quote.
I like that. That makes sense.
Let's see here. Most memorable about Season's debut trailers, the art direction, which Sullivan describes as, quote, minimalist approach to realism, and the style is inspired by early Japanese woodblock paint artists as well as mid-20th century poster artists, and was guided by the principle of getting rid of rather than adding detail. So there you go.
Nice. I like it. The next, I don't know if it was really an award, but it was the best game for impact.
Yeah, that was an award.
Okay.
So
I don't know if you have those categories or not. I couldn't find that one. I know one, but
does it not have games for impact on? There we go, games for impact. So games for impact is for a thought-provoking game with pro-social meaning or message. We have If Found, Kentucky Route Zero TV Edition, Spiritfarer, Tell Me Why, and Through the Darkest of Times. Brrr. And the winner is Tell Me Why. God, that game sucked. It wasn't good. I didn't like playing it at all. Walker, you dead? I think he dead. I need him here for the next thing, God damn it. Yeah, I had a lot of Tell Me Why for I could only stand it for a little bit. I appreciate what it does. Because it is a story about
sorry.
It's a story about being trans and stuff like that not being accepted.
Yep.
So good on it.
Episodic narrative too.
What?
It's like an episodic narrative.
Yeah, it's also
like action game, like Life is Strange.
Yeah, it's actually by the same studio as Life is Strange.
That makes sense then.
Yeah, but I absolutely hated it when it said that, hey, your choice. There's no bigger turnoff for me for a game when you first start it up, and it says that your choices will determine the outcome of the story. That is an immediate turnoff for me because no, it isn't.
Yeah. Yep.
It's a superficial choice that doesn't affect the story at all. You still get from point A to point B. Minor changes here and there, but the end result is still the same.
Yep.
Sorry.
No, I completely agree. So the next one was
World premiere.
Yeah, huge. So trailer starts off, and I told James this, and I was like, "Hey, you gotta watch this one." So starts off, we see our good friend Vin Diesel.
Venison Diesel.
Hanging out in some...
Our good friend Kevin Nash.
Yeah. In what looks to be like Indian caveman type clothing. He's got...
Yeah, Neanderthal-like clothing.
Neanderthal, yeah. And these really weird, creepy guys come up in front of him, try to start fighting him.
So
he be...
For those who whenever I can, actually, whenever Adobe Premiere lets me fucking export this video so I could post it to YouTube, so I could post it to the Patreon, we did a whole live reaction to the Game Awards that's going to be going on the Patreon. And Walker, what did I say when we first saw it? What was the
jokingly? You were telling me the game is like Arc 2, hilarious.
Arc 2
Arc 2 Electric Boogaloo. And so you have a little girl, it's your kid, you're basically trying to save your kid from these dudes that are trying to kill her, and all of a sudden a huge ass T-Rex comes in and eats one of the bad guys. It's like, okay.
Fucking massacres.
Massacres him. Vin Diesel, he's talking, it's in his voice. And so you basically start fighting the T-Rex, as well as you start fighting the other guys at the same time. And at one point, you eventually take your daughter and just run off. Mm-hmm. And it's weird. And then you go to a cave, and then the cave closes. And then there's electronics inside the cave.
Like futuristic stuff.
Like futuristic type shit. Almost like a cryo chamber. There's a bunch of other stuff. And they look at their forearm, and there's like a diamond in their forearm. And we're talking, and Mark's on the thing. Mark's trying to guess what it is. And then all of a sudden he says, wait, what? ... No way. Because he sees the things on their arms.
Yeah.
James, like, you think at this point you're starting to figure it out because you have these futuristic relics, these electronics, things along those lines. And Vin Diesel basically goes over to this electric machine, this cryo chamber, and turns off the lights. But they don't, like, remember, this is like caveman time. They don't have lights. So he turns them off. It IDs him as a specimen. And he's like, lights off, time to go to bed. And he shuts it down. And all of a sudden it zooms out, and an A shows up with two lines through it.
Yep, it's fucking Arc 2.
Yep. With Vin Diesel as the main character.
So it makes me wonder, will this game have a narrative?
Which I'm trying to think. I want to get Mark's opinion and Schroeder's. So, will it be like it is now, where you literally can just do whatever you want without like an actual? Well, yeah, there's a true story. You have to go defeat the Overseer, the one who put that little thing on you. That's like the end goal, is to beat every game to get all the equipment and beat like the Overseer. Mm-hmm. But there's no like person. There's no like main person. You make your own person. You make your own character.
Yeah.
But now you have Vin Diesel. So is it an actually like story narrative, like you said, is where you just play Vin Diesel the whole time and try to beat the game? Or how? I'm curious to see how that's going to play out.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
Because that'd be interesting. Be a complete 180 from where it's at now.
Yeah. Like
a hard 180. Or is Vin Diesel somebody that you meet along the way? But at the same time, if you don't play as him, like, it's honestly like, what's the point of having him in the game other than to it's like Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Well,
so
you kind of play as Keanu Reeves.
I was like, do you actually play as Keanu Reeves, though?
Kind of, sort of.
Okay.
It's complicated.
Do you get to interact with him a bunch?
It's really complicated.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about it.
It's really complicated.
So, I don't know if they're going to have that or what they'll do with it. And there's no release date. And then after that, they announced an Arc animated series.
Yeah, let me just go through real quick who's going to be in this. So we have Madeline Madden, Michelle Yeoh, Gerard Butler, Jeffrey Wright, David Tennant, Zahn McLaren, Devery Jacobs, Raga Ragnars, Elliot Page, Carl Urban, Malcolm McDowell, Deborah Mailman, Russell Crowe, and Vin fucking Diesel.
So I'm assuming whatever character Vin Diesel plays in this animated series will continue on to this game.
Probably, I would assume so.
So we'll see if the other people are in it too.
But what
Like
an
voices.
all-star cast, and that's coming out in 2022. The animated show.
So I'm assuming that probably 2022, 2023 is when we'll get Arc 2.
Or whenever they decide.
In
to
10
release
years
it.
from now.
Yeah, it's still gonna be
because-
broken mess.
Because next year in February they're slated to release Genesis. Is it Genesis?
I thought
think so.
Genesis is already out.
It's number Genesis 2. Like the next story of the Genesis one. I think it's Genesis. That's the one that came out most recently, I believe.
I think so.
Yeah, and it's Genesis 2 is what I believe is what's coming out next.
Genesis 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Exactly. Next wasn't a world premiere, but it was the debut of Season 3 for Fall Guys.
Yep.
I don't remember what kind of people they were adding to it. It was some kind of costume.
Winter. It was winter themed.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it was winter themed. It almost looked like the Christmas version of Wipeout. So.
Fuck Wipeout. That show's trash. It's no MXC or Takeshi's Castle.
True. Next was a game that you never want to tell Jeff Schroeder about.
Never. Nope. Never do. Never ever.
Space Odyssey. You can now walk on the ground.
It's Odyssey. Yeah, I think it's just called Odyssey expansion
Odyssey,
for
yeah.
Elite Dangerous.
Yep.
Which also, hey, Space Odyssey's playing from David Bowie, so rest in peace monetization on YouTube.
That's what I put Space Odyssey.
You get that a lot. Holy shit! In this, the fuck.
But yeah, that was good. Ground control to Major Tom. But
ground control to Major Tom.
Bow. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was you actually can walk on the ground now, which you haven't been able to land.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Which you can now land, walk around, beat up your friends, do whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is pretty cool. But Schroeder, that's his Sir Sleeves splash screen gaming over there. That's his forte. And
for a while,
he was obsessed, but it kind of got too linear because you couldn't land on anything. But not unfortunately, but now you can. So We'll see what happens there once he finds out. Next after that, we had another award, best multiplayer game.
Did we? No, because I think you stepped away for this. We got some new stuff for Outriders. Nothing too crazy. That's the new Square Enix game.
Okay.
Coming out. Then we also had.
Did that thing for Facebook Gaming, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, I see Outriders.
Yeah, and then we had. I forget what the name of the game is. Fist.
Fist.
Forged
yeah.
in Shadow Torch, which is a side-scrolling action platformer, starring a rabbit with a giant fist. That's coming out spring 2021 for PS4, PS5, and Steam. Then we get an ad for AMD and Xbox, yada yada yada. And then I think we have best multiplayer, by Tom Holland, presented by Tom Holland and Nolan North.
Yeah, Tom Holland presents
Nolan North, who presents.
Yep.
Best multiplayer game.
Because Tom Holland is playing Nathan Drake, and then the other dude actually was Nathan Drake, right?
Yeah, Nolan North was Nathan Drake in the game.
That's what I thought.
And he's a little salty because when people search up Nathan Drake on IMDb, the first thing that'll pop up is Tom Holland.
Yep.
He's only a little salty, though.
Which is weird, because I'm surprised they didn't have Mark Wahlberg, because Mark Wahlberg plays the other version of Nathan Drake.
What?
But doesn't Mark Wahlberg play the other version of Nathan Drake?
No, he's playing Sully, the father figure of
that's right.
Nathan Drake.
That's what it was. Okay. And
Mark Wahlberg was originally going to play Nathan Drake.
Yes,
but
that's
he
what it
was
was.
too old now.
He got too old.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. I knew he was involved somewhere. Like, what part of this movie is he involved in? Because I know he was in the movie, but then like he wasn't because he was too old, and then it was just something else. So yeah, that makes sense. I forgot about that. Uh, quick random news, breaking news update. Popped up on my phone. The Cleveland Indians are changing their name officially at
Oh,
the
wow.
beginning of next year's season. The first time in 100 years, they are getting rid of their mascot and they are getting rid of the name the Cleveland Indians. They will be
Wow.
named something else.
The Cleveland baseball team.
I was literally just thinking that. I was like, that's exactly what it's going to be until they can think of an actual name.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be so shitty.
That would be super shitty.
Hey, what's your name? Baseball team. Oh, okay. Oh, good for you. Yeah, I just got an update about that.
Yeah,
That
I just got that too.
they are changing their name. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
2020, what a year.
Yep. Well,
All
hey,
right, sorry about that.
you're
I'm
fine.
gonna go off to a little tangent there. And did you already announce the winner of the best multiplayer game?
No, not yet. So, best
Okay.
multiplayer game is for outstanding online multiplayer gameplay and design, including co-op and massively multiplayer experiences, irrespective of genre or platform. And the nominees were Animal Crossing: New Horizons, Among Us, Call of Duty: Warzone, Fall Guys: Ultimate Knockout, and Valorant. The winner is Among Us. Good on them. And it was so adorable seeing her. I feel so it had the entire team.
I'll start
There.
crying.
Yeah, the one girl just started. She was just holding back tears, and it was so just like, oh,
It was a good game.
good for them.
I don't think. When did we already talk about it, or we missed where they added? Oh, never mind. That's later.
Yeah,
Never
that's
mind.
later.
Okay. The next one is it's once again another.
World premiere.
So we zoom in onto what looks to be like a haunted house of sorts. No, that's not next.
Yeah, that's next.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Well, I mean, technically,
And
next is more Instagram filters, but
yeah, that's true.
we don't care
Uh,
about that.
so we zoom in on what looks to be, like a haunted house of sorts. And then the door opens, and the door
You see
opens
like a
to.
fucking knight, and you see like a few other like goobers there.
Oh yeah, you see a bunch of random, yeah, a bunch of random people. Like a really cool guy with really slick back hair.
Yeah.
A dude from um, Friday the 13th, Knight from Medieval Times, and then you see the dude with the chainsaw arm,
You see Ash
Ash.
from Evil
From the
Dead.
Yep, and they are coming out with Evil Dead the game.
Yeah, coming 2021 for PS4, PS5, PC, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch.
And then the trailer ends basically them just hacking and slashing away at zombies.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it's just going to be like a 4-person
Like
Left 4 Dead. Yeah.
Yeah.
The next we got Capcom
Oh, good
coming
old
at you
Capcom.
hard.
This one shocked me too.
Do you want to go over this one?
Yeah. So, Ghosts and Goblins or Ghouls. Is this Ghouls and Ghosts or Ghosts and Goblins? I can't remember.
Ghost and Goblins.
Ghost and Goblins is getting remade from the ground up. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection coming to the Nintendo Switch on February 25th of 2021. Full new coat of paint, all that good stuff. And then they also announced the Capcom Arcade Stadium. So that's coming February 2021. Go ahead.
That looks cool. I was just say that looks cool.
Yeah, so what it's doing is it's going to feature all of Capcom's, or at least I would hope all of Capcom's arcade titles, all in one place that you can play and download. So when it comes out in February, 1943, The Battle of Midway, will be a free download, and then additional titles are available as separate DLC packs. Capcom had some of the best video games in the arcade, like some of the absolute best. And I'm assuming that it's just going to go through through the golden age of the arcade era.
So that'd be kind of cool. We'll see what happens there. Next, we got a slew of awards. Best Indie.
Best Indie. The nominees, Best Indie for outstanding creative and technical achievement in games made outside of the traditional publisher system. We have Carrion, Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, Hades, Spelunky 2, and Spiritfarer.
And sorry.
The winner is Hades.
And next we have Best Audio Design.
All right, Best Audio Design. Best Audio Design. There it is. All right, so for recognizing the best in-game audio and sound design, the nominees are Doom Eternal, Half-Life Alyx, Ghost of Tsushima, Resident Evil 3, and The Last of Us Part 2. We know what the fucking winner is. Last of Us 2.
Next is the Best RPG, which immediately said if one game doesn't win that, I'm fucking rioting.
It's The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah. Not the Best RPG.
Best role-playing. Best RPG. Once the website loads. All right, for the best game design with rich player character customization and progression, including massively multiplayer experiences, your nominees are Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royal, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon.
And
Final Fantasy VII Remake. Even though, Persona 5 and Yakuza Like a Dragon, I think, are better RPGs as a whole, but, just saying.
Don't be a bitch. And next one was the Best Simulator.
Best sim/strategy game. For the best game focused on real-time or turn-based simulation or strategy gameplay, irrespective of platform. Your nominees are Crusader Kings 3, Desperados 3, Gears Tactics, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and XCOM Chimera Squad. One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, magically only one of the games actually has the word simulator in it.
Yeah,
and
the rest are strategy games. Microsoft Flight Simulator is your winner.
Which everyone saw that coming a billion miles away.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Crusader Kings 3 is really good.
Next was the Player's Choice.
Oh, I don't think that's on here.
Let me see if it's on this one.
A little bit. Oh, by the way, with Microsoft Flight Simulator, it was. Do you remember who presented it?
Mm-mm.
Oh wait, was that the player? Was that Player's Choice? Oh no, Player's Choice. Never mind. Player's Choice. We have Doom Eternal, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Spider-Man, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, and The Last of Us Part 2 were your nominees.
And
the winner was Ghost of Tsushima. Oh yeah, The Last of Us Part 2 lost 3 awards. Man, they would have had 10 wins.
Yeah, I know. They were nominated for 11 things.
Yeah.
So the next one was presented by Cobra Kai 3 individuals. It was the original Karate Kid, and I don't remember who the other dude was.
Ralph Macchio.
Yeah, that's who it was. And this for Best Fighting Game.
Best Fighting Game. I'm trying to find it on here.
Best Fighting.
There we go, Best Fighting. All right, this one was bullshit, but okay. For the best game design primarily around head-to-head combat, we have the nominees, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Street Fighter V Champion Edition, One Punch Man, A Hero Nobody Knows, and Under Night in Birth EXE Late CLR or Uniclear.
And
the winner is The Last of Us Part 2.
I can throw you a curveball there. You don't even know.
Yeah, the winner is Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. Should have been Uniclear, but fuck off. I guess fuck it. They don't like good games.
The next one wasn't really a world premiere, but more of a statement. That Microsoft Flight Simulator, excuse me, is coming to Xbox in 2021, which should be interesting. We'll see how optimized it looks,
Yeah,
if good at all.
Because there's, high-end computers can't really run that thing too well.
No, that's a very, 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 very high-end game.
Very intensive game. And if I will be shocked, it will be a fucking masterpiece of digital, chicanery. If they manage to make it run at a smooth, 60 frames on 4K on an Xbox Series X, I will be blown the fuck away.
The next one was another
world premiere.
PS5 exclusive. I don't remember exactly the game.
I don't even know if it's PS5 exclusive. I think it's coming out on PC as well. It's Returnal.
Okay. Basically, you have what looks to be like a space suit on. You're in like an alien type world, but not really alien, but just kind of looks like it.
Yeah, this is not what I thought this game was going to be at all.
Yeah.
When it was announced.
You have guns and you have what looks to be a lightsaber, and you just basically got to fucking yeet a bunch of creatures and kill them.
Yeah. I didn't expect this game because they showed it off. They showed off teasers for it the past two, I think, PlayStation events, State of Plays.
Yeah.
Or the past two that were really big that showed off PS5 stuff. And it looked very moody and atmospheric. And I'm not going to lie. When that trailer showed at the beginning, it showed a door.
Yep.
On a long hallway. I got a little excited. Thinking that was Silent Hill.
Nope.
But no.
Nope. You got a spacesuit on, and then you go and just kill a bunch of dudes.
Nice things.
Nope. After that, we go to, I believe, is another world premiere. Another.
Yeah, just a new character for, I think, what's that game I really don't like? That was on Epic Games Store that we played? Rogue Company.
Yeah, Rogue Company. It was a special character. They forgot to announce it. And then you had...
we also had Super Meat Boy Forever trailer.
Yes. Yep.
Holy shit. So, Super Meat Boy Forever is allegedly coming out the 23rd of this month. Allegedly.
So that'd be pretty cool.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Because this has been the game that has sponsored many a Games Done Quick over the past, 4 or 5 years.
That game's never come out.
And they were like, yeah, it's coming out this year. Yeah, coming out this year. And then they just decided the past two ones that they sponsored, it was the thing was coming out eventually.
The next, I know it'd be cool. Yeah, 12/23/2020. The next one was a trailer for Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact?
Genshin Impact.
New expansion. New stuff coming out for Genshin Impact.
Not really familiar with the game, so
Think
I'm
of
not
Breath
really...
of the Wild, but anime as fuck.
Yeah. The next one was another
world premiere.
Essentially, you are. It honestly looks crazy like Life is Strange. Kind of, just a little more drawn a little bit, but you're. It's a type of game where you pick what happens in the open road on Route 96.
Mm-hmm. Procedurally generated road trip game.
Yep. You have different options. You crash your car and someone rolls up. You can either get into the car or you can run. You can do different things. So it'll be interesting. We'll see what happens. You basically create your own destiny, what it says.
They showed off the Elman Gaming Hub stuff.
Yep.
Which is interesting because it did show that you can drop in from anywhere. So they show that route or row 96 or Route 96 playing on a phone. So I'm wondering if they're going to do some cloud streaming stuff as well.
That would be pretty cool. So we'll see. The next was
another fucking world premiere acid trip by our good buddy, best man,
me himself. No, it wasn't him yet.
It was what's his name?
I know you're talking. It's it's fucking German dude. I think he's Floors, French.
Yeah, I think he's French.
Joseph.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it now. Joseph. Jos.
Joseph.
Joseph. Fairs.
Yeah, Fairs. Yeah. He might be German. Who knows?
So.
Or Swedish,
something like that. But he's got an American accent in the game. So this is another
world premiere.
So you are two humans, a guy and a girl, who get transformed into puppets.
Yeah.
And you fix yourself by fixing your relationship between the two of you. And you have to do different puzzles, different mini games, a bunch of different crazy things. And your instructor is a talking book.
Yeah.
But essentially, you have to partner together to survive. Survive everything. There's one you're going sledding down. I'm trying to think what it is. You're in like the giant canoe, but you have to like turn and move.
Yeah. Like a kayak.
Yeah. But yeah, you're two humans that were turned into puppets, and the only way to fix everything is to work together to beat all the mini games and do all the puzzles together. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But definitely looks like a fun ass game.
It Takes Two, and it's coming out March 26th. And he said that if you own it, your buddy can play it for free, meaning couch co-op.
Yep. So
all of his games have very like couch co-op focus to them, which is nice.
So hopefully you can play online with somebody, but who knows?
Oh yeah, no, it has. They all have like on. Well, I don't think Brothers had an online mode, but I know their last game, A Way Out, did.
Yeah,
but it was still split screen.
So yeah, but it looked really cool. Like you just do a ton of different adventures, ton of different mini games. There was a bunch, like a bunch of shit. So it looks awesome. The next one was another award. Innovation.
Reggie Fils-Aimé presenting it.
Yes.
Presenting this in his slippers, as he posted on Twitter.
He introduced the Innovation for the Masses Award.
Innovation and Accessibility.
Yes. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Which is recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. We have the nominees: Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Grounded, Hyperroot, Last of Us Part 2, and Watch Dogs Legions.
And really quick, too, before we announce it. So essentially what they did, so Last of Us Part 2, they had a color blindness mode. Grounded had arachnophobia safe mode, which basically
more fucking terrifying.
Yeah, essentially took all the legs. It took everything off of the spiders and basically made it a fucking
two floating heads, two floating orbs with red eyes.
It was fucking creepy as shit.
So you know what I was saying when I was like freaking out about it, even with the accessibility mode, even with that arachnophobia mode on max, it's just as terrifying.
Yep, it's still fucking crazy. Hyperdot is a game for individuals in wheelchairs where they can move their head and basically have to eat the dots, which is kind of cool. Valhalla did...
There's a ton of accessibility options in Valhalla.
Yeah. One of them was... I believe it was a color blindness mode, and another one where it helps highlight the enemies, so you know where to go and what to do. Watch Dogs Legions also had a color blindness mode, which was nice.
Which I'm sorry. That should just be the norm. I think that's pretty much the norm nowadays, is there's a fucking colorblind mode.
Yep. And
the winner is The Last of Us Part fucking 2.
It was, which is number 3 or 4.
Hyperdot, that should have won. There's no reason that a fucking colorblind mode and a hearing impaired mode, which again should be normalized in every single game.
Yeah, it shouldn't have beat out a game which literally it's meant for children that are physically disabled from the neck down, where they move their head and eat dots.
Exactly. Like, I remember, what was it, 2 or 3 years ago, they had the Microsoft accessibility controller.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is an innovation in accessibility.
That's innovative.
There is a mode for like the Xbox, the new Xbox consoles, where you can be playing and another person can be playing, and you basically share the controls. Like both people, you have 2 controllers. So say it's like you and your son. It's you and Lincoln, okay?
Yep.
Playing. And so if Lincoln's fucking up this jump, you can just do the jump for him with your controller.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is an innovation in accessibility.
Yep.
Not fucking colorblind mode.